and welcome to tonight's stream of Honkai Star Rail. I've turned the music on too loud again. Well, let us change that really soon. So the plan for tonight is to continue in the story a little bit, because I was kind of lazy. Oops. Good. So the thing that we did the last time was finishing Yarilo 6. And we went on to the Star Train, so the Nameless, and were contacted by Kafka, who told us to go to the Xianzhou Luofou, or I can't pronounce it. Now we're here, Trailblaze level 34, almost ready to leave for the next planet. Let's talk to the characters once more.
All this universe, and we just happened to bump into a Xianzhou ship that Don Hung spent time on?
Xianzhou.
That's gotta be fate. I wonder what Don Hung stories await us.
Yes, I mean, I was misled on the last planet already, where I thought that this could be March 7th's backstory. No?
That guy sure has a mysterious past. We gotta take this opportunity on the Luofou to dig into it.
Give the man some privacy, please.
Fine, you're right. Well, in that case, we'll just have to take loads of selfies till he gets super jealous.
I wonder if she even remembers we've got a job to do down there.
Pom Pom, what are you telling me?
Have a safe trip, you guys.
You sound like you have a problem with your throat. Have you visited the Xianzhou before, Pom Pom?
Never. Don't worry about me. I'm just happy you're enjoying the journey.
Okay.
Pom Pom still seems a little sad.
Himiko,
This
what
time
do
you'll
you
get the
have to
chance
tell?
to witness Welt in action. I'm glad he's going with you.
Don't worry, I'll take care of March and him.
Much appreciated.
Dan
You
Han.
need to take extra care on this expedition. I've compiled some intel on the Xianzhou for you. I hope it comes in useful.
Okay. Dan Han?
You need to take extra care on this expedition.
Okay. And
Before we set off, I need to clarify the aim of this journey with you. The Stellaron hunters have given us a lot to consider, and a lot to doubt. But the most important part of this expedition is
the Stellaron.
precisely. The Stellaron hunters clearly have ulterior motives. However, knowing what they're all about, and given the focus of Kafka's words, I have no doubt that the Xianzhou is dealing with a Stellaron. The Alliance and the Express haven't had any previous dealings, so our arrival might not receive the warmest welcome. But as trailblazers, we're not in this for fame or gain. We just need to do everything in our power to assist the Xianzhou and eliminate the source of disaster. Always keep that in mind, and don't forget the way of the Trailblaze. Explore, understand, establish, and connect.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Oh, look. It's just containers as far as the eye can see. This area isn't for receiving guests, it's for unloading cargo. Who decided to send us this way? Such a huge port and not a soul in sight. It gives me the creeps.
Yet someone opened the gate for us. But at that point, I'd think it'd be creepier if we did see someone, yes.
Stop talking. If there is someone here, they're in my bad books already. Mr. Yang, what should we do?
We should start with the person who opened the Jade Gate. If it turns out they're not friendly, then at least they've already made things easier for us. If it turns out they were just doing their job, then we can ask them what happened here.
What if they're not friendly and we can't defeat them?
Are you forgetting we've got Mr. Yang with us? Oh, right. You haven't seen what he can do yet.
Let's move. Keep your wits about you.
Windswept wanderlust amidst the Mara struck. Is this a destructible object? Yes, it is.
Mr. Yang, someone's hurt.
Up ahead.
You're hurt, son. Try not to talk.
I still really adored the voice actor of Welt. Don't know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is. The small pauses, but mwah, I really love it.
March, use your six-phased ice to stop the bleeding. Go easy. We don't want to add frostbite to his list of complaints.
I'm on it.
This area saw fierce fighting only recently. Let's keep searching. There might be other survivors.
Up ahead.
You're hurt, son. Try not to talk. March, use your
I'm on it.
This area,
Okay,
let's...
he tells me exactly the same again.
Up ahead. Please. Leave me.
What is that? Oh, the same objects have different shapes. On different planets. That's interesting. Okay, I like that one. This looks like the Rareware logo. Why are they all holding their heads?
There are wounded everywhere.
The silver lining is that, based on what we can see, no civilians were caught up in the battle. I'm guessing the Xianzhou must have evacuated the port immediately, leaving the soldiers to deal with the crisis. But as for these corroded monsters...
Up ahead. Please. Leave me. Up ahead. Please. Leave me.
The armored soldier has already passed away. Surprisingly, there are no visible wounds on the body. Oh no.
Careful. We've never seen this kind of life form before.
No, no,
Awaiting
no.
orders, Mr. Yang.
Physical. Okay.
Be silent.
You can still walk away.
Naughty children nap time. Fight to win. As you wish.
Leave the rest to me. Calm your body and mind.
Time for a shot. Savor the vigor of it.
Not a scratch. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
The Mara struck is healed.
Be silent.
The hell was that?
Even a little strength comes in useful.
You know what? I will be replacing Welt with Shushang. I want a second DPS character. It felt so great just killing enemies left and right. Oh yes, that one can still be. I do remember I shall do a few, I shall spend a little Trailblaze power right now. Like 2 waves shall be enough.
Let me through, or I'll go through you.
Is that all you got? Let me pay you back. Tenfold! As you wish.
Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise, Phoenix!
Oh, did not die.
Dodge this!
Naughty children, nap time.
Wanna see what I can do?
Ooh, that crit was massive. Massive.
Your number is up. Be silent. You're in bad shape.
Lance at the ready. Indestructible.
And the whole team's getting a shield.
Let me through, or I'll go through you!
Fight to win. As you wish.
Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise, Phoenix!
So, chicken. Let's see if I can synthesize all of this. I need 2 of those. And 2 of those. Yes, perfect. So that Xushang is getting her final trace. While I'm at it, yes. Hello, Blaze Season. Another day, but sorry for butchering your name. Blaze. Oh, Blaze Seer. Is it that? Blaze Seer. Hello, Blaze Seer. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? Well, just came from work, so why not play games to unwind before the weekend? So I want to get the final trace for my dearest here. Been a nice day, sunny and warm for me. The game seems fun. Yeah, that's Honkai Star Rail. It is the newest game by Hoyoverse. You might know them because they released Genshin Impact last year, 3 years ago already. So, what kind of games do you usually play? So I can find a comparison to get you up to speed with that one. I need 2. Let's do 2 waves of those. Perfect.
Wanna see what I can do?
This game is turn-based, a little bit like the old Final Fantasy games. If you know Final Fantasy X, for example. You used to play DS games like Pokemon, Super Mario. Well, the turn-based combat, Pokemon also has that one.
As you wish.
And the different elements, it works
Is that all you got?
a little like in Pokemon.
Let me pay you back. Tenfold.
So, perfect. So you see that each of my characters here has a color, which is basically their element. And each of my enemies has this gray bar and those multiple symbols above them, which signifies the weakness. And when I attack them with their weakness, I drain their weakness bar and they get a special effect if I manage to deplete it completely. Right now, unfortunately, I have no opponent that my team works against, but I'm strong enough to just brute force myself through them. Who do I want to attack? I want to attack this one.
I'm on guard.
You see, I attacked it with fire, and so its fire resistance was depleted.
Lance ablaze.
And I'd like to use my burst to just get a little more damage down.
Forward.
So what are you playing on PC? Blaze Seer. Oh, that's why I just depleted his weakness, so his defense is lowered. He's more vulnerable to my attacks. So I'm gonna attack him right now.
Fight to win. Be silent.
Oh,
Naughty children.
our land does
You're in
so
bad
much
shape.
damage. Stardew Valley. Ooh, well, I really like Stardew Valley. When I started this account, I was debating between streaming Stardew Valley or Genshin Impact and or Honkai and Genshin Impact back then. Decided for Genshin Impact because I only have Stardew Valley on the Switch.
Haven't learned your lesson.
Don't attack our LAN. Ori and the Blind Forest. Is this a jump and run game? So this is more like Hollow Knight, right? I believe I've seen a trailer for this once.
As you wish. Is that all you got? Let me pay you back. Tenfold!
Yeah, Metroidvania. Yes, and it is so a side-scroller, like Hollow Knight, right?
Savor the vigor.
Lance at the ready. To the finish!
Let me through, or I'll go through you.
Yep, although the emphasis is more on platforming. Ah, yeah, I remember I played Hollow Knight. It has those Dark Soul-esque boss fights. I mean, the aesthetics of the game in general reminded me a lot about Dark Souls.
Dodge this. Take this. Shape of Taishu. Rise Phoenix.
How far did I get? I got until the tournament. That's how far I got into the story in Hollow Knight. Was a fun game.
Be silent.
It was a very punishing game. Learning through dying. Yes.
You're in bad shape.
I'm on guard.
I remember dying all the time. And it's finished. Only 4 small ones. Do I have enough materials to get those? Yes, precisely enough. So as you see right now, I was collecting materials to upgrade my characters, just like in any Final Fantasy game. And I feel confident enough to continue further. I have the weekly mission. Claim it. How does my daily training go? Great! Claim. Oh, and I can use a support character for a battle. Well, let's do that soon. Yeah, so you've never played Honkai Star Rail or a gacha game in that sense, like Genshin Impact? Blazier? There's Xianzhou Luofou. You tried gacha games before, but never long term. Yeah, I mean, they used to have a bad reputation before Genshin Impact came. I also didn't really like most of them. But yeah, Genshin won me over and now I'm fully into Honkai. I mean, this game came out like, what was it? Last week? No, 2 weeks ago.
Miss Tingyun, fall back!
Tingyun.
They're Mara struck. We've already lost them.
You there? We need your help.
Okay. That was random.
Thanks for saving Beauty from the bees. Want to see what I can do? Pleasure. But are you thanking us or giving yourself a compliment?
Lamps ablaze.
And, well, let's kill them fast.
Forward!
Never long term. I mean,
No more playing nice.
do you know any names of the games you've tried before? I like the music.
Dodge this.
And it revives.
Be silent.
Oh, Arknights. I know that. I know that one. This seems to be kind of popular, right?
You're in bad shape.
At least I remember seeing the character designs a lot. At least on artwork sites.
Indestructible.
Let's taunt them. And it's healed. Let's see if I can one-shot them through the shield. Yes, I can.
Fight to win.
Perfect.
As you
My
wish.
stats are high enough.
Is that all you got?
And the final one will be struck down by Arlan.
Miss Tingyun, the Mara struck have been repelled, but there could be other dangers nearby.
Well, the experience that I've made with... Yeah, they are neat. The character designs are neat. The experience that I have made with gacha games in the past is that they do have that. Neat character designs, but then it falls flat in repetitive gameplay and, well, not so great story, if there even is a story. But Hoyo outdid themselves with Genshin Impact, and it seems like Honkai Star Rail, they do even better. I don't even view them that much as gacha games because there's so strong an emphasis on the story.
The situation is serious. Allow us to escort you back to the Skyfaring Commission. Immediately.
Calm down. I heard you. It'd be rude of me to depart without thanking our benefactors.
Oh, with this, I think I misread your comment. With this game, you mean Honkai Star Rail or Arknights? Because I, for myself, also like the character designs in Arknights.
My name is Tingyun. I'm the ambassador for the Luofou Skyfaring Commission Merchant Guild. May I venture to know the illustrious names of my heroes? Illustrious names? Sure. I'm March 7th. This is Mr. Yang. Oh, Mr. Welt Yang. And this is...
I'm Ginger Bananas.
I see. Well, thank you for coming to our aid. Although, there is one thing I don't understand. Starskiff Haven is under lockdown. Since none of you are Xianzhou residents, may I ask how you came to be here?
Oh, was talking about Star Rail. But yeah, agree for Arknights. Yeah, I mean... I like Star Rail's designs too. You know, Genshin, the other game by Hoyoverse, has a lot of characters that look very young, which can be off-putting if you don't like that. It's a thing that I like more about Star Rail, that the characters through the bank seem older.
If you can't offer an explanation, I'm afraid these Cloud Knights will have to escort you out.
We called for port transfer and got no response, but then someone opened the Jade Gate for us. When we arrived, there was no one to be found, so we started to make our own way through.
Well, Velt, aren't you the smooth talker?
How can that be? My ship was the last one into port before the Jade Gate was shut. The Skyfaring Commission has already locked down Starskiff Haven entirely.
I honestly don't know many Arknight characters by name. I know Tequila, the doggo guy. Isn't he?
We're telling the truth. You could verify it yourself by checking the access history of the Jade Gate. We found it strange ourselves when the gate opened, but no one came to greet us.
You're with the Astral Express.
Oh, she knows us.
You've heard of us?
Indeed I have. Oh, you've arrived at a bad time. The Xianzhou has suffered an incident. Whether you're here for leisure, treatment, or trade, I'm afraid you won't be able to go through with it. For your safety, you should hurry to Central Starskiff Haven and take refuge. I'll take you to Madame Yukong of the Skyfaring Commission and let her decide how to proceed.
Okay.
We caught wind of the incident you mentioned. That's why we're here, Miss Tingyun. To help the Xianzhou seal the Stellaron.
Your actions have already revealed your kind hearts to me. Sadly, I can't make you any promises. You're outsiders, and only Madame Yukong has the authority to consider your offer.
Well, that is a
Don't
fair
worry.
proposal,
Madame Yukong
I
is
suppose.
kind-hearted too. Come on now, I'll lead the way.
Japanese guys like their furries, don't they? Head to the Starskiff Haven. Okay. It is up there. Destructible objects. I still want to just smash things. This game has not as much exploring as some.
You keep
That's a staple in the anime style games. Yeah. I mean, I have no furry character yet. But we have another staple of the anime style games, the puppet. So this character is literally a mechanical marionette. Or we have the himbo. He is a himbo. He's really dumb. I hated him in the story. But yeah. So let's go on in the story. So we've arrived on a new planet. Well, planet on a spaceship. I suppose it is. Or at least a spaceship fleet, as far as I understand it.
Those monsters back there.
Oh, he's talking.
They were no monsters.
Oh, those were not to be confused with monsters, benefactors. We call them Mara-struck.
He looks punchable. You mean the himbo? Well, during the story, you definitely want to punch him. Because he's stupid, stupid, stupid. And of course a scoundrel. But... And he might be more sinister than he lets on.
Why have we stopped?
Don't worry, miss. I have a favor to ask. That's all.
Okay, Tingyun.
Favor? Count me out. What if we do it wrong and you get your cloud cronies to throw us in jail?
I I shouldn't have doubted you. Please accept my apologies. Our road ahead is barricaded. Do you see? The soldiers stationed here must have moved these into a roadblock.
Mhm. So let's push them aside together.
I'd like to see us try. They're extremely heavy. Even with all of us, we wouldn't be able to move one.
So, and what do you
Not that I'm
say
doubting
we
your
do?
skill, but I'd feel terrible if you hurt yourself in the process.
Yeah, she's sly.
If I'm not mistaken, the containers in the Trove of Verdure can be moved around using a control panel. You've already put on quite the show. Do you think you'll be able to find and operate the control panel? Should be simple, right?
Yes, it should. Right, let's do it.
I knew it! This will be a breeze for you. We just need to pass through here, take the barge to Starskiff Haven, and we'll be safe.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you always do in these RPGs, right?
You know, you sound sweet enough.
I just want to hit it. Oh, already killed an opponent.
Or I'll go through you!
So, I think I should go through my team for the time being. Right now I'm using a team of Sushang. She's a Chinese sword fighter. Her specialty is doing combo hits. There is a random chance for her to extend her hit combo, and each hit that comes after does a lot of damage. And she's guaranteed to do her combo hits when she breaks a character's armor. The chicken lady, yes. And her ultimate, so every character has a skill, has a basic attack, a skill, and an ultimate. For the ultimate, you have to collect energy first. You get energy when you attack or when you get attacked. The skill, for the other attacks, you have your skill points. The Q, the basic attack, you can use at any time, and the skill usually costs a skill point, but is more powerful. So right now, I will use my skill on this bat because it is weak to the white. It is weak to the white, which is the physical element, and she is the physical element. You see it on that her color is also white.
Dodge this!
And her burst is up.
Fight to win.
I want to see how much damage Arlan is doing first. So Arlan, you see the purple symbol, he's an electro character. The elements mostly are just important with what kind of weakness they can break. He has the specialty that his ability, his skill, does not consume a skill point, but it consumes his own health, and he deals more damage the less health he has. So he has a high risk, high reward playstyle.
Be silent.
And you see, he does a lot of damage. That's what I like about him. But let's see if I can use the chicken. Yeah, he's kind of a berserker type. Yes, the characters have different classes. Where do you see it? Yes, you see it usually on their character page, but not during battle. So Su Shang is a single target damage dealer, which is called the Hunt in this game. They excel at focus firing on one single enemy and destroying that one as fast as possible. Arlan is a destruction character, or as you call it, a berserker type. they usually are kind of beefy, so they can take in a lot of punishment and they can take a lot of punishment and dish out a lot of punishment. Um, then there is three kinds. There's a third kind of damage dealer in this game. I forgot the name. I believe it's Erudition. They are AoE damage dealers. So their single target damage is usually lacking, but they excel at attacking multiple enemies at once and breaking their weaknesses. There's also how do you call it? Preservation. Yes, they are usually shielders, and I believe this one is abundance. Yes, and abundance. They are usually healers or just buffers in general. So this character, he's the main character of the game, and in his fire state, he taunts enemies to only attack him, and when he puts up his taunt, he gets damage reduction whenever he gets attacked, and whenever he takes an action, he gives shields to his entire team. So I really like having him in the team with Arlan, because then Arlan doesn't get attacked too much, so he can go low on his health to still keep dishing out a lot of damage. And the final slot is Natasha, so she's a healer. If I ever get really low, she's just there to heal the party.
Savor the vigor of life.
Good. Oh, so Shang wants to get first. Okay, she's really fast, so it's normal that she gets 2 turns in while the opponents get no turn. Well, yeah, I tried different configurations already, but I found that 2 damage dealers and 2 supports is a really balanced team. Fell into the trap myself once of doing 3 supports and 1 hyper carry, but that one was not as successful. Oh, and turn order usually goes by a character's speed, and if a character has really high speed, they can sometimes act two times before the enemies can even act. And the bursts, so the ultimates, they don't go into the turn order. They can be cast at any time and will then just proceed immediately. So you can play around with all the turn orders. The works at dispatch, what does it tell me? Various freight containers are placed on the assembly line. Adjust the position of freight containers to fill gaps in the road or remove obstacles to open a new passage. Manual operation can only make minor adjustments to the freight container on the assembly line. The lights on the control panel indicate the range of the adjustments that can be performed. Okay. Don't get it yet. Move to the right. Ah, okay. So this is just creating a bridge for me for the time being. Ah, I see. I see what this is doing. There's a treasure chest. They usually contain collectibles mostly.
You mentioned the Stellaron.
You work for the Skyfaring Commission, so I assume you're aware of its destructive power.
Yes, I am. As an ambassador, I've been to many planets and seen my fair share of Stellaron corrosion.
Where's the patrol machine? There it is. Okay. Interesting how they combine story with combat. Well, isn't this what most Final Fantasy games do as well?
You're in the way.
the almost random encounters in between. I want to see if I can immediately kill the big one. Yes, I can.
Be silent.
You're in
And
bad
you
shape.
just
Lance at the ready.
kill them. Seems like I'm a little over leveled, but it will get harder soon. Ooh.
You're in the way.
Oh, and as you see with the weakness,
No
I
more
can
playing
attack
nice.
enemies before entering combat. So basically I get a free hit at the start of combat.
As you wish.
Naughty children.
So while
Is that all you
Arlan's
got?
basic normal attack and skill are single target,
Let me pay you back.
his ultimate is area of effect. Oh, those are exploding enemies. Huh. No enemy that's especially weak to
Take this.
my physical element. I'll just throw a chicken. When in doubt, throw chickens at your enemy. That dealt a lot of damage.
Dodge this.
Yeah, the enemies are a little weak right now.
Be silent.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
The chicken is massive overkill. Yes, I think so too. Oh, speed reduction. Okay.
Haven't learned your lesson.
And they're dead. We will come to enemies where the chicken is not overkill pretty soon, I believe. Because every single stage, of course, has a mini-boss. So to keep it all interesting. Let's see where we get from here. Where's the patrol machine? There it is.
You're in the way.
Technique breaker. You know what?
Is that all you got?
I
Let
used
me pay you
burst.
back.
Usually it so the ultimate. This should be enough to, yes, get him down and back up,
Let me through, or I'll go through
and
Dodge
then
this.
she will kill it.
Even a little strength comes in useful.
So if, okay, oh, this is a treasure seeker, okay. These little puzzle things, you can enter a minigame, and if you win the minigame, they mark nearby treasures on your map. But I'd rather search for them myself a little.
Wanna see what I can do?
Let's throw a chicken again.
Shape of Titan Rise Venus!
Oh, he survived. And he revives. So this is the gimmick of these enemies.
As you wish.
But Erlan is enough to kill them.
Savor the vigor.
Lance at the ready.
Let me through, or I'll go through you! Dodge this!
just kill you again.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I thought there was a treasure chest. Very well.
Get ready and watch your backs.
Yeah, there
Leave it
is
to me.
a boss. This boss is weak to imaginary damage. You know what? I'ma change out Sushang for Welt because he's of the imaginary element. So no chicken throwing for the time being. Oh, I want to activate that one first. Stagnant Shadow. Oh, and there's a treasure chest. Yes and no. So the types in this game are physical, electro, then we have fire, we have wind, and we have ice. Did I forget anyone? Oh yes, we have quantum and we have imaginary. So quantum and imaginary are like the rarer damage types. Veld, he's a 5-star unit and currently the only imaginary damage dealer. I said that the elements don't differ that much, because the main thing about the elements is the type of debuff they put on the enemy when you break their shield. And imaginary has the strongest debuff, in my opinion, so you could agree that it's a strong element, because imaginary slows enemies down for quite some time so that you can get more attacks in. Electro and wind and air apply a damage over time effect. Physical just deals a lot of damage when they break the shield. And I forgot what quantum does. Yeah, it is also slowing the enemy and dealing additional damage, but it doesn't slow as much as imaginary, because imaginary, yes. So quantum is like the middle of the road. It deals the slow and damage, and imaginary deals a lot of slow. And because the a lot of slow usually means you get 2 turns in before the enemy can even act once, it is really strong. And the other elements are more like attack, except ice, because ice characters can freeze the enemies. So this is like a weaker version of the imaginary effect. And as I said, imaginary is not as far spread as ice yet.
Stay.
And Veld's thing is that he can create black holes, so slowing enemies is his entire
Nothing
kit.
can stop me.
Very well, Arlan.
Be silent.
Let's start.
Leave the rest to me. I won't go easy on you. You know nothing of the weight behind this
And
power.
let's create another
Witness
black
the
hole.
stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
So his ultimate is to immediately catch the enemy in a black hole, so that they are slowed until there's no tomorrow.
You're in bad shape.
I'm on guard.
Differently appearing enemy.
Is that all you got? Let me pay you back. Tenfold!
Let's have Arlan deal his damage front-loaded.
Lance at the ready.
Yeah. mean, he's a 5-star character. Of course, he has a more beautiful animation than everyone else.
I'm on guard.
And if I understood it correctly, um, Welt, so that's the name of this character, the adult guy, um, he's reappearing from former games of the same studio. So of course he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders as a recurring character in their fantasy universe. I'm gonna use the taunt
Don't lose momentum. Defend the weak.
because I don't know what this guy's attacks are. Thundershock. He's a Pokemon.
Fight to win.
What is the draining hit? Draining hit. When there are other enemy targets with rebirth remaining on the field, Shapeshifter will have the following effect. Restores its HP when its attack hits. Yeah, he's starting to summon his mobs and... Okay, they restore its health.
We have to go on the offensive.
Yeah, so let's just kill the mobs.
As you wish.
Calm your body and mind.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
And is this enough? I don't think so, but we will try it. Oh, it went down. So the taunt didn't work anymore. Let me just kill that one.
I won't go easy on you.
Let me cast a heal.
Timely treat.
Lance at the ready.
And you are taunting them.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward.
Huh.
Is that all you got? Let me pay you back.
Well,
Tenfold!
if you summon your mobs, I will just destroy them. And it's healed, of course. And he has no draining hit anymore.
As you wish.
And Welt is gonna imprison it.
That'll take more than medicine. You're in bad shape.
So we will just rain down attacks on it. I believe it's not worth having Welt in this team because
Be silent.
it deals a lot less damage than if I use Shushang. And you use your ult to delay him another turn.
Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
So you saw his turn was right after Welt's before, and he went and he pulled down 2 other spaces just because I slowed him again with my burst. And that's the thing that Welt does. So,
I won't go easy on you.
but I still think he's a little bit of a damage loss in my team.
Here comes the medicine.
Let us heal Arlan.
Thank you.
And now the enemy gets up again.
Fight to win.
Well, seems like I have to use a few abilities once more.
As you wish. for a shot. Savor the vigor of it.
Lance at the ready.
He summons his
Haven't learned your lesson.
mobs. Well, let's do things in order. First,
Lance ablaze.
I will destroy their
Flaming
shields.
lance. Forward.
Second, Arlan will get them down. Yeah.
Let me pay you back. Tenfold!
They will revive. And Arlan will destroy one of them.
Be silent.
Leave the rest to me.
I will try to defeat the main one with
Naughty
Velt.
children,
Doesn't
don't
work.
listen. You're
So
in bad
plan B is to just destroy the other minion.
Not a scratch.
Ah, well, it did an AoE attack, so I do my AoE heal. So Natasha, her Q is a weak single target attack. Her skill is a single target heal that's going over 2 turns. And
Just
her
a little
ultimate
something.
is just a party-wide heal.
Think nothing.
She's really simple, but as she's the only free-to-play, the only healer that's available for free, you basically have to use her.
As you wish.
You can still walk away. Calm your body and mind.
And,
Time for a shot.
well, let's
Know
just
nothing
use
of the
Velt's
weight
Burst to
behind
kill
you.
him.
Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Huh, that doesn't revive.
Finally! Look how many tail hairs I lost on the way! Oh, my beautiful tail!
I think she's gonna be the annoying character for this part of the story.
We had a difficult start, but things got easier. Look, that's the barge I was talking about.
Nice, I'm driving.
Just sit back and relax. All ambassadors know their way around a star skiff.
I was perfectly calm until she volunteered to help.
Please take your seats, everyone. We'll be off right away.
Undelivered letter. Uh-huh. What do they want me to do with the undelivered letter? That's also a thing. All of these areas are much bigger than the part you explore in the main story. So you can always come back, and usually there's also side quests in those areas that you may or may not explore. I, for my part, have skipped most of the side quests yet.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, allow me to welcome you to Starskiff Haven. On the Xianzhou Luofou, anything relating to aviation, navigation, and trade falls within the scope of the Skyfaring Commission, which is one of the 6 commissions of the Luofou. As the biggest port on the ship, Starskiff Haven is governed by the Skyfaring Commission too.
Okay.
You definitely sound like a... what was it again? Oh, ambassador. By which I mean nice speech.
That's too kind of you. My job involves ferrying business delegates to and from Starskiff Haven, so I do this kind of introduction all the time.
Okay.
Anyway, we're safe now. Normally, I'd be a good host and take you around, but these are difficult times. Let's head to the Palace of Astrum first and report your arrival to Madame Yukon.
Let's see.
Palace of Astrum?
The last time I arrived in a new town, I was brought to the ruler, and then they tried to betray us and have us captured. I wonder how this will turn out this time.
Right there, the tallest building in the city. It's also the headquarters of the Skyfaring Commission. Let's hurry. We haven't got much time.
Can we talk about it first? Yeah,
I don't mean to rush you, but if Madame Yukong holds me accountable for not getting you over soon enough, I wouldn't want to be around for the consequences.
very sci-fi setting. Yeah, I mean, seems to me like this world is like, I almost want to say steampunk, but the Chinese version of steampunk, if that even exists in China.
Sounds scary. I thought you said she was kind-hearted.
We need to make a few preparations before paying a visit to any of the 6 commissions. Rest assured, Miss Tingyun, we won't go anywhere. If you could inform Madame Yukong of our arrival first, we'll meet you at the palace entrance later.
Very well.
And she's gone.
Little Miss Fox moves at quite the pace. I can't keep up with her. I've spent too long on the bench. Let's catch our breath for a while, huh? We can expect a packed schedule ahead.
That Tingyun is a sly one.
That might be a little harsh, but she does put her own interests first. She did the right thing by not trusting us initially. We were an unknown quantity to her. As for the rush, my guess is she's just eager to get us out of her hair and further up the chain.
That Yukong sounds like a tough lady.
It'll be all right. We're not trying to stand in her way. We have nothing to hide from her.
We didn't have anything to hide in Belobog either.
Same thing I said. Last city, we got betrayed immediately. Well, let's have a look around the city.
Not so fast. I need to give you 2 a heads up first. Our meeting with Madame Yukong won't be without risk. We need to be prepared and take it seriously.
So he's giving us the fourth wall breaking warning that this could be a boss fight. Very
She
well.
is a top Xianzhou leader. Oh, Mr. Yang, do you think this could be Belobog all over again?
Are you saying that Madame Yukong is the new Madame Cocolia? Oh, no, let me guess. They're gonna put us up in a hotel first.
No, the Xianzhou Alliance is better than that. But Madame Yukong will definitely have a string of difficult questions for us. Why did we choose to come to the Xianzhou now? How did we know that the incident is related to a Stellaron? Who leaked their information to us?
Yes, this could be hard questions.
Careless answers mean distrust and potential hostility, which would make things much harder for us.
Oh no, it's gonna be a Final Fantasy style minigame.
Huh, crud. One of us is gonna blurt something out, or get something wrong, I just know it.
Shouldn't we plan out what we want to say?
But we haven't done anything wrong.
Well, we are in allegiance with a Stellaron hunter.
March is right. If we're too scripted, it'll sound like we're hiding something. Don't worry, we'll find a way through. Let me do the talking.
Very well, Mr. Yang. I've received a new message. Benefactor, I'd like to ask you something. What is it? This may be disrespectful, but I'm very curious. Everyone expecting the worst from experience is pretty wise. Yes. Is the Express really here to help the Xianzhou Luofou solve the Stellaron problem? Yes. Why? Okay, my character is giving a sassy answer. Is it really that hard to understand why the Express is here? Can't someone act simply out of the kindness of their heart? After all, people who help others without thinking of compensation or risks during the dangerous trips across the galaxy is rarer than air in a vacuum. When the higher-ups of Xianzhou first heard of your reasons for coming, they thought you were here either to seek immortality or the Stellaron. Why seek the Stellaron? Stellarons are the seeds of ruin. Why would the Express want the Stellaron? But not everyone in the galaxy thinks this way. And she's writing too fast. A seed dispersed by an eon. Some desire to obtain its power, regardless of the cost. Someone's gotta push back against this tricky lady. Well, either she's gonna be our best ally, but everyone distrusts her, or she's gonna betray us immediately. Let's see. Some desire to obtain its power regardless of the cost. Apologies, I may have crossed the line. I don't know why I said all this. I have absolute trust in your sincerity, benefactor, but the powerful masters are bound to think more than a pawn like me. So please, think more than a pawn like me. So please be careful. The Sauntering Fox. Did I reach the next Trailblaze level yet? No. So, devising stratagems. Head to the Palace of Astrum and meet with the Yukong. This place is temporarily closed off. Please use another route. Okay, and this one is also closed. Are they sending us around the entire town square? Yes, they do. Treasure!
Looks good.
Doesn't tell us anything. Another treasure! Estrale times 5. So why can't they let us into the palace? There's something to collect. Inquire. Courteous Cloud Knight's soldier. My apologies, please stay where you are. The situation is complicated and we currently do not have a clear view of the situation. We have no choice but to seal this area off. If you have business to attend to, please do it when the situation has settled down. Apologies for any trouble. Okay. Can't go through here. Well, at least I can go to Tingyun. You know what, guys? I'ma take a short break, like 5 minutes, maybe a little more. Short bathroom break. And then we're gonna talk to Fox Lady and see if we get betrayed again. See you soon. Well, well, well. So I'm back. Cap is a little too high again. So, what are the random achievements I've got? Diplomacy is but a trade of opinions. Confer with the leaders of the Xianzhou Luofou. I haven't done that yet, but thank you. Defeat 10 enemies with technique damage. Okay. Once again, seems like my audio mixer. Can you hear me, guys? Well, I have to take a look myself, it seems. Let's see. Go to my own channel. No, my channel. Oh yeah, welcome back. Okay. Oh yeah, welcome back. Okay. Oh yeah. Good. Well, seems like my sound mixer and stream lagged, so the display crashed. Don't want to reset it, because otherwise my recordings will suffer. But at least you guys can hear me. So we want to talk to Lady Tingyun. Let's go.
Oh, you're here already. Sorry to keep you waiting. Madame Yukong is expecting you.
Okay.
Are you not coming?
I've brought the Madame Helmmaster up to speed. It's over to you now.
Yes, madam.
Report the losses to General Tingyun and find someone from the Divination Commission. We
Ooh.
can't just stand there watching while we deal with this mess.
She sounds strict.
Greetings, guests from the Astral Express.
And she looks like she's either gonna be a future playable character, but that's what I thought about the last city's leader, which turned out to be the final boss of this world.
Tingyun has informed me of the purpose of your visit. Receiving guests isn't normally one of my responsibilities. But since you know about the Stellaron and have stated that you want to help the Luofou, I thought I should at least meet you in person and politely decline your proposal.
Decline. Decline?
The Xianzhou Alliance knows what a Stellaron is, and is more than capable of handling it ourselves. We have been around for over 8,000 years, and weathered countless dangers and crises. While the situation is serious, we have more than enough resources to spare. Outsider help is not needed on this occasion.
Okay.
You are guests from afar. There is no reason for this matter to concern you. Am I making myself clear?
From what we've gathered, the influence of the Stellaron can still be contained.
Yeah, the head fox lady,
If
it
we
seems.
can locate it in time and contain it, it's possible that we can restore any space and any individuals affected by the corrosion. We have experience in preventing Stellaron disasters, and we've only come here to lend you that experience.
I've said this and I'll say it again. This is an internal affair of the Xianzhou Alliance, and there is no need for the Astral Express to get involved. I decided to arrange a meeting with you as a gesture of respect, but my decision is final.
But...
Never mind, Mr. Yang. If the Xianzhou Alliance say they can handle it, then we're wasting our breath. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Oh, and so the betrayal is coming.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
It's only been a few days since the presence of a Stellaron was detected on the Luofou. Starskiff Haven has been under full lockdown. No one has been permitted to leave. How did you come to know of the incident? And what led you to conclude that it was linked to a Stellaron? I acquired the access history of Starskiff Haven. Not long ago, someone hacked into the system and opened the Jade Gate, before guiding you, the Astral Express, into our territory.
Ooh.
The hacker was skillful and even taunted us with her seal. Her name is Silverwolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters.
Well, at least she tells us that she knows that we were lured by the Stellaron Hunters before we will devise a story full of lies.
What say you in your defense?
I actually don't know what to say, and I would like to trust Velt on handling this situation. Let's see what Velt has to say. Because I don't know about these other options. The Stellaron Hunters told us to come here. This is suspicious. The Stellaron Hunters want to use you to take us out. This seems like outright confrontation.
You are forbidden from leaving the Skyfaring Commission until the aforementioned questions have been investigated.
Oh.
Don't be too harsh, Yukong. If this gets out, the whole galaxy will think the Alliance has forgotten how to treat our guests.
Ooh, the lion guy.
General Tingyun.
It's very unlikely that the Express has joined forces with the Stellaron Hunters. They are mortal enemies, after all. Apologies for interrupting your meeting. My name is Tingyun. I'm the general of the Cloud Knights here on the Luofou.
Okay.
General, this is an internal affair for the Luofou.
I fully agree with you, Helm Master Yukong. This is indeed an internal affair. I am sorry, guests of the Astral Express. It is true that there is a Stellaron on the Luofou, but I'm afraid I cannot accept your kind offer to help resolve the issue. This is a Xianzhou matter, and it is our responsibility to handle it.
So we have the fox and the lion. What other animals will we see here on this planet?
Of course, it would be inappropriate of me to let you return without something to show for it. While I cannot accept your help with regard to the Stellaron, I do have a favor to ask. Please, after you.
The team is looking pretty suspicious by the minute, yeah.
The Astral Express. I must confess that the train's reputation precedes it, such that it is often close to my thoughts. How delightful to come face to face with its passengers.
He is too nice, isn't he? Frightfully delightful.
It's an honor to meet you, General. May I ask what the favor you spoke of is? A matter that requires capable people such as yourselves. We captured a member of the Stellaron Hunters a few days ago, who goes by the name of Blade.
Blade. Huh.
During our investigation, the Divination Commission, the department in charge of intelligence processing, intercepted a transmission sent out by his accomplice, Kafka, who has managed to hide aboard the ship. As for where that transmission was destined...
The Express.
I have some knowledge of your relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. The Divination Commission is convinced that you made an alliance with them. I say that's impossible. The crew of the Astral Express are honorable people whose valiant deeds are lauded across the universe. There must have been a misunderstanding. As such, I came to the conclusion that the communication must have been an attempt by the Stellaron hunters to sow dissent between us.
Maybe the Stellaron hunters have other motives.
We can handle the Stellaron, but it will take time and will require the bulk of the Cloud Knights on the ship. It is this Kafka that concerns me. The longer she stays on the ship, the bigger the threat she will pose.
I agree.
Since the Stellaron hunters lured you to our ship, we shall move with the current. You are hereby authorized to do as you deem fit on the Luofou, with the goal of bringing Kafka out of the shadows and under our control. Doing so would clear the misunderstanding between us, reveal the true intentions of the Stellaron hunters, and help us understand their connection to the Stellaron burst. What say you, my astral guest? What do you think?
He says he's gotta do the talking and then he lets me do all the talking. I'm not good at this. Well, let's move on with the current and help out, shall we?
If you are able to capture this Stellaron hunter, the Xianzhou will be indebted to you. The Luofou never fails to reward that which is given. Okay. Wonderful. It's a deal then. I shall notify Yukong that all intel is to be shared with you, and that our best personnel are to aid you in your search.
I once again say he's too chill, too friendly towards us. Is he really gonna help?
If there's anything the Skyfaring Commission or the Cloud Knights can do for you during your stay, don't hesitate to make it known.
The chat concluded, and Vel shot you a covert gesture. You understand that this is the crew's own discussion time. Jingyuan's hologram. They have a lot of holograms. Yan Ming, Guild Ambassador. Situation of not knowing who to trust, huh? Little one, what are you doing here? Is this something you're allowed to touch? Sorry. You'd better put that down if you know what's wrong. Kids these days, unruly. Remember the first rule of the Skyfaring Commission? Don't touch Madame Yukong's things without permission. I'm Yan Ming, a Celestial Guild envoy attached to the Skyfaring Commission. You can consider me half a maritime trade officer. Previously, I followed the Merchant Guild and was dispatched to other star systems for about 150 years. Oh, humans are getting old. If there's something you want to know, feel free to ask me, and don't touch stuff without permission. What is a Merchant Guild? I don't know of how many merchant guilds you've heard of. Does the Whistling Flames Guild ring any bells? The Intergalactic Merchant Guild the Tingyun is in? That's right. The Skyfaring Commission bears a salient duty of exchanging mutual necessities with other races, and the merchant guilds are a key part of this process. After that girl took up the mantle of trade envoy, she linked up the trade delegations of 16 worlds in succession. She even turned the Grand Fair into an intergalactic festival. The Whistling Flames Guild played an integral part in all of this. I dare say that girl is next in line to succeed Madame Yukong. I'm boring you with all this rambling. However long-lived your species, when you get older, you tend to lecture on like a teacher. My attitude was a little rough, so I want to make it up by giving you this. But let me emphasize that if there's anything you want to know, just ask me instead of touching things. He's sassy. I like it. Ooh. They said don't touch, but I did touch this and no one said anything. Let us talk to Welt.
I think we only scratched the surface of this General Tingyun.
Yes, of course. He seems suspicious.
Oh? Care to elaborate?
Gotta snack all the goodies before they notice, yes. Well, Welt, I played enough Vampire the Masquerade to know that everyone has their own schemes buried below schemes. Why is he being so kind to
He
us?
wants us to trust him. He took advantage of Yukong's frosty reception to play the good guy. That's it. A minor detail, but curious. He avoided talking about Blade.
Mhm.
Since the Cloud Knights have already captured a Stellaron hunter, why not use him to get to Kafka? Why rely on us?
Because he broke out,
The
didn't he?
Xianzhou is reluctant to involve outsiders in the Stellaron disaster, so why is it so keen on letting us capture a Stellaron hunter?
He's using us as bait.
Yes. The only sensible conclusion I can draw is that Blade had already escaped when Tingyun spoke to us, provided they even captured him in the first place. Therefore, given our connection to Kafka, we represent the only way of luring the Stellaron hunters in.
Told you.
That's why he asked for our help. He didn't want to let anyone else find out that Blade had already escaped. Now that we've figured that out, perhaps we can get closer to the core of what's happening here.
I already thought that it was bullshit that we are to get all of the a share of all of the information that is gathered.
Seeing as the General gave the order, the Skyfaring Commission will lend you our full support. The Stellaron Hunter investigation is in your hands now. I'll issue you a pass so you can access the facilities around Starskiff Haven.
She's well built in the right places, isn't
As
she?
for personnel, the skyports are currently all under maintenance, so we're thinly stretched. What I can do is send Tingyun as your guide. She'll take care of you during your stay.
Oh, Fox Lady again. Jingyuan's hologram.
I've heard of you. The Alliance is very interested in the Astral Express.
About
There
Kafka.
are 5 known members of the Stellaron Hunters. Elio is their leader, but always stays behind the scenes. Most of the operations are led by Kafka. Had the Divination Commission not intercepted her encrypted transmission, she would have remained undetected for much longer.
Using someone else to deal with the threat is pretty smart, yes. If it goes completely out of hand, you're not losing any of your own people. About Blade.
Blade is wanted by both the Corporation and the Alliance. I'm afraid I cannot comment on his file.
Once we catch the Stellaron Hunter,
Bring her to us.
Kafka is good at controlling the people around her.
Ordinary means may prove futile when it comes to this individual. But the Divination Commission has ways of...
Ooh, ominous.
Don't misunderstand me. The Xianzhou does not engage in torture. Retrieving intel does not necessarily involve the use of violence. In any case, you can deliver her directly to us. Once we learn something, I will share every piece of information with you.
I don't believe you. I don't have any other
If
questions,
things
though.
go as planned, I would love to find the time to sit with all of you and hear about your experiences among the stars. My responsibilities to the Xianzhou have meant that I haven't had the chance to travel in many years. We have
Yeah,
heard nothing of the Express for a long time. It is heartening to learn of its continued journey along that starward track. I have other matters to attend to. Goodbye for now.
gotta have the husbandos and waifus to get people to spend, lol. Yes. I mean, that guy is definitely husbando material, right? And I mean, both Fox ladies tend, how do I say it? Definitely meant to tend to certain demographics.
What do you make of this, Tingyun?
Okay, he's pretty handsome.
I'm not asking about that. Although, you're not wrong. He's much easier to talk to than that Yukong. Their attitudes are so different. Maybe that's why she's only a helm master and he's a general.
So let's meet with Tingyun.
Master Diviner, you heard our discussion. What do you make of it?
Well, he is already a 5-star. He's a 5-star that's already available to us. The smaller one.
What do I make of it? The way of heaven is apparent, but the heart of humanity is often deceptive. Are you asking me to divine their true intentions?
That won't be necessary. The crew has nothing to do with the incident. Of that, I am almost certain.
Ooh.
It isn't their intentions that trouble me. All I want is for them to lure out the one we're after.
He has amber-colored eyes.
Wasn't that my idea, General?
Indeed. Your counsel has always been a great help to me. You may use your discretion on the matters ahead of us.
Why don't you retire early and I use my discretion full time?
It is still too soon, unfortunately. If something goes wrong, you'll need a general to take the blame. How could I simply walk away and put you at such risk?
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Seems I couldn't sleep for 72 hours. Well, how are you doing? Well, hello, Boosted. Thank you for showing up. I'm doing great. Well, continuing the story from yesterday. How was work? First, and second, are you gonna leave me soon for heading off to work again? Or are you gonna stay with me this time?
If you'd brought me that blade earlier, none of this would have been necessary.
And game confirming that our suspicions are true.
Wait, what are you up to exactly? Tingyun, did you let him escape on purpose?
Me? I had no idea he might escape. Unlike you, my gaze never travels beyond the horizon. I take full responsibility. The Cloud Knights failed in their duty.
Okay, this is now opening up layers upon layers upon layers of what is happening and what not. Oh, yes, you have this weekend off. Okay. Well, you just slept the day away and now you are wide awake. Well, that's what happens when you destroy your sleep schedule. Then you wake up at a strange time and are not tired anymore. The only thing you want to do is Well, you don't know what to do, right?
I can understand. There's a lot to take care of on the Xianzhou. You were bound to miss something. Thank
Oh,
goodness I'm here.
she has a third eye that looks like a mini black hole in her forehead. Or at least like the pendant she's wearing. Okay, it might just be the same material of the pendant she's wearing.
On that note, perhaps it's about time you finally nominate me as your successor when the Six Charioteers next convene.
Came home by 8 a.m. and slept until 9 p.m. So kinda slept the stress away. Yeah, I mean those are the best sleeps, right? When you're tired AF, fall into bed and 12 hours are gone like nothing.
Yes, yes, yes. I have to go now. I'll leave this in your overwhelmingly capable hands, Fu Shen.
How's the construction going? Boosted.
There are three things in the world that I can't seem to rid myself of. The troubles of the Xianzhou, the papers on my desk, and the weeds in my garden.
Real life time traveling, yeah. Construction, well, to be honest, very bad. Eh,
General, Diviner Fu
sorry
wants
to
the
hear.
general's position for herself. Everyone knows that.
He sounds really young. Oh my god.
She is very capable, but her intellect is burdened by a quick temper. I'll retire when she's achieved a better balance.
This Stellaron thing is easy. Blade escaped. Now we gotta go get him. Just say the word, and I'll solve this in a flash.
Okay, he's overeager.
I can understand your impatience, and I know you want to prove yourself. Now is not the time. If you truly wish to become sword champion, you shouldn't be running around brandishing your sword at people, especially not a major criminal.
You think I'd lose to Blade?
I'm saying you need to have patience, Yanqing. Governing Xianzhou is different from a sword fight. The only way to build momentum is to work slowly. Besides, we still don't know who's really moving the chess pieces.
Yeah. This region is
There is
based on
something we
China,
must take
alright.
care of before making our next move. As long as it remains unresolved, we're at a stalemate. That something is the Stellaron.
I had ordered the materials for the construction, but they had been lost on the way somehow. Oh my god, talking it off with the supplier. This is a horror, right? Because if the supplies are not there, you can't even start to work and you're just losing time, and in that case money, because it's a renovation for the business.
How did it manage to bypass the Skyfaring Commission's inspections and the Divination Commission's predictions? Where is it now?
Tiring work, yes.
I say we bring those two Stellaron hunters before Diviner Fu. She'll get an answer out of them in no time.
I've asked our friends from the Express to take care of that for us. Worry not, you'll have your moment when the current stalemate is broken. You are my most trusted aide, and there are some things that I would only assign to you. Speaking of which, Yanqing.
Aww. He upset him.
That boy. I suppose it is my fault. I should have given him an opportunity already. A sharp sword can't stay sheathed forever. My fear is that this might prove too big a setback. Bigger than his exuberance.
So little boy is gonna help us. Or he's gonna be our rival. New message by Tingyun. Seems like you will take a bit longer to chat with Madame Yukong. I'm gonna have to go a stroll outside. Once you're done, you can find me at the docks. Okay. Well, I was told that life is one of the hardest around, so you've heard it from me. But on a serious note, if everything went easy, there would be no challenge in it. So we have to rise to the occasion. At least that's what I believe. Hmm. Guys, I'm thinking... Oh, there's a... This is a huge loom. This loom keeps rolling and calculating like a bustling skyscape lane. An enormous blah 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 is woven into clothes that contain readable calculation results. The Luofou contains... What does it contain? Calculation called a loom is extremely safe to use. If anyone gets stuck, your device will immediately stop operating. However, you should never try it lightly, as you will have to fork out a hefty sum as compensation. Challenge was supposed to be the remodeling, not this. Let me tell you, by experience boosted, it's always the things that you don't expect to be the challenge that become the real challenge. I believe I told you yesterday that I'm doing theater as a hobby. It's always the organization and all the background work that's even more tiring than working with the actors and putting up the stage play. Always, always the thing you expect least. Enormous amount of complicated data is woven into the clothes that contain readable calculation results. The Luofou counts them to simulate trade in Xianzhou. Okay. Well, guys, you know what? I can only imagine, yeah. Stagnant Shadow or complete one daily mission. I will do daily mission, or I will do the Stagnant Shadow. Where's another character that I want to level up? I would say Dan Hang. And he wants the Hunt Stagnant Shadow. Ooh. And I get my support character. Ooh, 0. I'd be really happy with you as my support, and I will put Natasha in here. Let's start the challenge.
We need a strategy.
Yeah, my strategy is going for it right now.
Nothing can stop me. As you wish. Time for a detailed overhaul.
What does she do?
Is that all you got?
I will kill them.
Let me pay you back. Tenfold!
Himeko does the blast. Okay.
Scratch.
Time for a shot.
Well,
You're in bad shape.
you will just attack him.
I'm on guard. Defend the weak.
Haven't learned your lesson. Be silent.
You attack
Combat
him.
is a series of one at a time.
You attack him.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Do I need a little bit of a health boost? I will get a
All
little bit
better
of a
now?
health boost.
As you wish.
Yes, and you will break him.
You won't get away.
Your
That'll
passive
take
is
more than
really
medicine.
strong.
Savor the vigor of it.
Lance at the ready.
Fight to win.
You know, Bananas, I really want Kafka, though I can't come with the turn-based thing. I hire someone to get her for me. Really? You don't enjoy the turn-based thing? Well, then I have a good message for you. I will only do a few of my chores. Well, at least. No, never had. Well, then good message for you. I will only do this combat, and then I'll switch over to Genshin. So you can see a little bit of not turn-based. Because I actually want to do the current Genshin event before it ends. No worries. I got my daily training covered, yes. So, well, not the main event. There is currently the Sumeru event where the different schools are competing against each other. I haven't even started it yet. Wanted to do it last week, but I wanted to unlock the final boss of the ice planet, and it took a little longer than expected, and then I didn't have no energy anymore to do the Genshin event. Does I'ma do it right now? Ooh, I'm a Trailblaze level 35. So for good luck's measure, I'ma do one pull, because I have another 10 wishes, and then gonna change to Genshin to do the Sumeru Academia battle, or whatever they call it. No, the one in whole Sumeru. I believe it's the whole Sumeru. Well, I haven't spoiled myself that much about the event, so I really don't know what's gonna happen. I will just start it. Maybe I should do it too. Uh, can you do the quests in multiplayer? That's a good question. Well, but first things first. Let's do a wish for good measure. Wishing in 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. I believe it's no 5-star. The train would be a little bit more shiny if it was a 5-star. Yeah. Sagacity. Adversarial. Post-up conversation. Streamer luck not real. Not anymore. This seems like it would be the signature weapon of Natasha. Fine fruit. Collapsing sky. Adversarial. Pila. Huh, I already have her, but I believe Eidolons are not too bad. What does this weapon do? increases the wearer's energy regeneration by 8% and outgoing healing by the ultimate by 12%. Yeah, neat pull animation. I think so too. Yeah, I already have Peela. I mean, she's strong. I haven't seen the need yet to pull for her. Mainly because of my current favorite team. Because well, because I like playing Arlan, because I think he makes a really nice sub game of keeping up his health. And in my opinion, right now I like playing him the most with main character because they can taunt the enemies away from Arlan. I have the feeling I need Natasha, and if I don't play a second damage dealer, I feel like I'm too slow at clearing the enemies. Right now this is either Sushang or Sealer. I just leveled up Sushang because you were the simulated universe level 3 was mandatory to continue in the story, and simulated universe world 3 has a lot of physical enemies. So Sushang is really strong in simulated universe level 3. You would be disappointed if you saw my team. Well, what is your team boosted? Now you're making me curious. Given that I... Enhance. Oh, I don't have enough weapon upgrade materials. Well then, let's farm them. These are the weapon materials. I will do that in auto battle. The Dragon Girl, Physical Trailblazer, Zampo, and... well, they don't seem bad. I mean, Physical Trailblazer is a manageable DPS character. Dragon Girl is a better healer than Natasha. And Zampo is really quick at destroying shields. So I would not call that a bad team. Well, the last, I would guess Serval, because Serval deals a lot of damage over time and Zampo synergizes really well. Since if they got no shield, they don't attack. Not always true. I believe that's just fooling yourself. Oh. Well, Serval is the girl with the electric guitar. You get her for free. That's why I was thinking that you might have her. It's the March 7. Ah, makes sense. So...
Is that all you got? Let me pay you back.
let's have her learn do the ultimate. And actually, I don't want to bore you guys through 8 rounds of battle, so I'ma do auto battle.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Dual bosses are a bit trouble since the single target overall DPS over all is non-existent. Yeah, I mean, that's the balancing of this game. And that's why I feel like I should play 2 single target DPSs. As I thought. In auto-battling doesn't work that well with Arlan because it does not allow Arlan to go to low health.
Just a little something.
Yeah, because in auto-battle Natasha will always heal him up to full health. Very well. The bosses are a bit of trouble. Yeah. Chicken! Well, I'm at equilibrium level 3 already. My characters are level 40, well above level 40. So don't compare yourself to me.
Let me pay you back tenfold.
That's better.
Always trying to heal our lamb. Oh, biggest number you've done is 200. Well, you do have Sampo, whose thing is to not do big numbers in one strike, but multiple small strikes.
Let me pay you back tenfold.
Just a little something. Think nothing.
March 7th is not a strong attacker.
Nap time.
Oh. Well, as I said, he's not meant to do large single strikes, but do one small hit and then have a damage over time effect that kills them over several turns. Good. Let's see how far Natasha can level up her light cone yet. Ooh. I really want Kafka. Major women, you know. I can understand. I really can. So, you know what? Oops. I mean, Tiger Lady that we've seen right now, because her expression when the explosion was golden. You mean when she was doing the and everything blows up? The one, to be honest, it may be that one. Yeah, the one that she does in the first mission when she casts her ultimate, right? Yeah, I've meant that one too. Maybe I did it wrong because my memory is shit. Well, let's allow it. You surprised your wife hasn't killed you? Why? Why would she kill you? Or are you simping for Kafka in front of her? Yeah, always. So, well, to be fair, she has her simping moments too. So who is she simping for? Sasuke from Naruto? Ooh, Attack on Titan, so she's into Levi. Or who else could she be simping for? Levi. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are not many simpable guys in Attack on Titan anyways. So Levi is the one everyone's simping for. Let's get my Trailblaze rewards. No, I don't want to find it. I want my rewards. And to see if those boots give me speed. Because I'm really fed up with my Trailblazer always. Oh, but those are still better. Okay. This is a lot of defense. I like it. I like it because Otaku wife and husband going strong there. What do you mean about that? Oh, yeah, both of you simping. So let's change my stream depiction. Description, edit. Description, edit. And Honkaiing is over. Honkaiing is over. Now it's Genshin time. Now it's Genshin time. And Genshin Impact. And Genshin Impact. Done. Guess stats are different from Genshin then, you say? Happy about defense? Yeah, because in Honkai Star Rail, as characters get hit all the time, you really want defense. And Fire Trailblazers' abilities, if I recall it correctly, they scale off defense. Well, here he taunts the enemies with his skill and gets a bonus reduction. So when he has more defense, he gets even less damage. His ultimate deals damage equal to his attack, has double scaling from attack and defense. Yeah, I mean his skill does damage based on his attack. And his passive gives bonus damage equal to his defense. So his damage and his survivability both scaled off his defense. So that's why it's good to have him scale off to have defense pieces on him. And the relics I have is the defense set. So Yeah. I mean, right now he has a physical damage boost orb, but I have nothing better for the time being. So, yeah. So, up to Genshin. Let me change the screen while I change the game.